Hey y'all, back again to vlog about Real Housewives of Atlanta and Mob Wives. The first thing I watched was Mob Wives because it was the premiere. But every other Sunday I'm gonna be watching my Real Housewives at 8. So I'm gonna discuss Mob Wives first. Okay. The premiere was good, but as always, Renee. Every season it's like she gets crazier and crazier. First off, okay, I understand your ex-husband was a rat. You know, you got things going on. Someone burglarized her house, she said. Like someone sliced up, well, not burglarized, they vandalized. Someone sliced up her pillows and took a shit in her toilet and left it there. Who does that? I don't know, but whoever did it, like she said, it was personal because her ex-husband is a rat and he basically did all of this and left her for dead like a coward. So, I mean, I understand she's going through a lot and whatnot, but for her to put that on her son and say, say all the bad things she said about Junior to her son, dead ass wrong. I, for one, don't think that if a mother dislikes, the father of her child or whatever, for whatever reason, I don't think you should down talk the father to the child because that does nothing but anger us more. And then it kind of makes us feel like, like it's our fault that you feel this way about the parent. But at the same token, you can't really be mad at anybody but yourself because this is the person that you chose to have a child with. So I thought Renee was dead ass wrong in saying how telling AJ, oh, your father's a piece of shit, he's a this, he's that. And I mean, I was with AJ. I mean, I would never disrespect my mom or whatever. And I don't really feel like he did, but he was angry, so he cursed at Renee and whatnot. But I was on AJ's side when he told her to, like, don't press the issue, leave it alone, respect me. So I was with him on that. But Renee was wrong. And also, Renee is walking around here getting all these surgeries or whatever, and they not helping nothing. You got surgery on your ass and your ass is still flat. You need to sue your surgeon. Anyway, so then she was talking to Drita about Carla and calling Carla a whore, and it's just so catty. But what else can you expect from a show with a group of women? No matter what, it's always gonna be catty at the end of the day. So I just kind of felt like Drita was instigating the situation just a tad because she told Renee that Carla called her a junkie. That I wouldn't even said. I'd have let that come out of Carla's mouth herself, because if Carla's supposed to be your friend, you sitting up here telling her what Renee said. So it's like you throwing Carla under the bus. That makes no sense to me. But whatever. Big Ange. Big Ange, Big Ange, Big Ange. I love Big Ange. Say what you want about that woman. She is 50 something years old and she is living her freaking life. I love Big Ange. I'm just mad that she got all that done to her toes. Every season Big Ange is injured or she surgery for something, but I love her. Oh my god. But Big Ange is my favorite out of everybody because she hates drama. Like, her whole thing is just build a bridge and get over it, and I'm with her on that because a lot of this drama that's going on with these ladies on My Wives is petty, it's stupid. But I love Big Ange. Don't really have much to say about Ramona. Kind of feel bad about her situation. So I always say that, her kids are gorgeous. I think Ramona's kids are gorgeous. I didn't like Ramona last season, but we'll see how she is this season. But she has gorgeous kids, and I'm sorry she's going through what she's going through, and I just hope things get better, especially for the sake of her kids. Last but not least, Miss Love Majewski. This child sounds like she is a few far short of a Happy Meal. This chick admitted that she poisoned people, stabbed people. What the hell? But I'm like, okay. But she seems like she's a bit of a pit bull in a skirt too. Like she don't take no shorts. And I guess being in that type of life, the mob life, that's how you have to be. But I mean, I get it, but she sound like a lunatic. But the final thing I wanted to talk about was the brunch that they had. I didn't know Carla had balls like that, but I guess over, the years since Mawa's been on for a couple of years, I guess she just got fed up with everybody trying to punk her because she's quiet. So kudos to Carla for standing up to Renee, and I do agree that if AJ did in fact insult Carla on Twitter, then she had a point in saying that he's a child and he doesn't need to be on Twitter, which is something I really, I agree with. Like, I think if you're a certain age, you should not know what Twitter is. You shouldn't be on Twitter because Twitter is too grown for children. And I mean, I think AJ is like 17, 18. But if you're going to be on Twitter and be mad and mature talking to an adult that way, you need your little ass whipped. Plain and simple. But anyway, that whole argument was basically just them calling each other junkies and whores. It makes no sense to me. Like, really? Is this 4th grade? Like, y'all really gonna go back and forth calling each other junkies and whores? Y'all are 45-year-old women, if that, calling each other junkies and whores. Get your life. So, that's all I really gotta say for that episode. I love my wives, so I'll be tuning in every week. And I'll be doing my review, recap, whatever you want to call it, every week. And that's that. Now, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Okay. So, this is my first time talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta since it premiered. I've been watching it since November 4th. Hell, I've been watching it since 2008 before it was this popular. So, I'm going to just go down each lady, like just speak about each lady. Nene, I'm proud of. I'm happy she's found her calling. I'm happy she's getting her accomplishments and whatnot. In the beginning, it felt like to me her head was getting a little big. But now, since the Anguilla trip, I've seen a bit of a change in her. Like, she's a lot happy. She's cracking jokes a lot or whatever. And I think a lot of that got to do with Greg. So, kudos to you, Greg, for bringing that back out of her. And if you guys did get engaged on New Year's, congratulations. That is beautiful. And I love. So, I wish the best to you guys. But, yeah. I feel like Nene is back to being old Nene. And I love me some old Nene. Like, old Nene had jokes for days, and that's what she's back to. So I miss that Nene. Keep that Nene around. Portia. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of every episode Portia is bringing up Kenya. It's annoying. Like, every time you turn around, she's talking about Kenya and the thing at the party. Just get over it. My God, leave it alone. All you doing is wasting your breath. Leave it alone. Just agree to disagree. Be cordial and move on. I mean, that's what Kenya has done. Why can't you do it? You keep pressing the issue. Leave it alone. My God. Candy. I'm happy for Candy. I'm so glad she found love. And I like how her relationship is going. But her daughter Riley, oh my God, that little girl is feisty. But at least she's honest, because most kids will bottle up those emotions. Riley was like, well, how would you feel if I brought somebody home? I was dating them for 2 months and I came to you 2 months later like, oh, we're dating. I'm like, you got a point, but you got to understand your mom's point of view. You yourself said that none of her relationships worked out. So how would it look if your mother would bring around a guy that she was just dating, her feelings, she didn't know how she would feel about him, and she bring him around you, you get attached, and then they break up? So I understand I understand Candy's point of view. I understand why she did what she did, but I also understand Riley. So I'm glad they have those type of talks. Like, that's a good relationship to have. Um, don't really have much to say about Cynthia and Phaedra except for Cynthia's grown on me because I don't know, Cynthia, I had kind of sort of a love-hate relationship with her for the simple fact with the whole situation with Peter the first couple of seasons, but everything after the Anguilla trip seems to be better, so I'm glad everybody's back to their, old selves. But Cynthia's a good friend for throwing Nene that cocktail party. Oh, and Cynthia read the shit out of Kenya. First off, well, let me go to Kenya and then I'll get back to what Cynthia said. So, I've known about Kenya Moore since I was little. And I always thought she was a beautiful woman. Like, I always thought she was beautiful. From when I saw her as Miss Bozak on Martin, when I saw her in Toi, I didn't really know too much about her winning Miss USA because I was like maybe how old when she won it? I was like maybe 5 or 6 when she won Miss USA. So I didn't really know too much about that, but I seen her on TV here and there. So I knew something about Kenya Moore, and I always thought she was a beautiful person. But her being on this show, in my opinion, is tarnishing her reputation. If this is how she really is, I don't know, but the person that I grew up looking, watching on TV and whatnot, this ain't the same person. First of all, she came on like Real Housewives just being a complete bitch. Like, I understand you were trying to like help out the girls at the modeling agency, but that was Cynthia's modeling agency. You didn't have to be rude. You didn't have to be none of that. And you calling security at somebody else's event. What is wrong with you? That's ridiculous. But anyway, it's just, I don't really like her attitude on Real Housewives. From her being a bitch at the modeling agencies, her flirting with Apollo, she was flirting. I don't care what nobody says. She was flirting. And I mean, Apollo was wrong too, but she was flirting. She was flirting with everybody there. And your supposed boyfriend is sitting right there. So how much respect do you have for your relationship that you sitting up here flirting with another man and another man and another man, and your man is sitting right there? See why he won't marry your ass? But anyway, so that, how she acted on the trip, and you desperate. I understand you in your 40s and you trying to get married and have kids quick. Honey, they have ways of giving you a baby at a certain age. They got all this IVF and all types of fertility treatments. You ain't gonna, I understand what you mean. If you that desperate, freeze your eggs. Do something, but don't pressure a man who clearly doesn't want you to marry you. And I don't care what nobody say, I think Walter is gay. I mean, I've been reading it on the internet, but I think Walter is gay. Because, yeah, despite the fact that I don't really like Kenya Moore right now, I mainly don't like her because she blocked me on Twitter. But that's a whole nother story. But despite the fact that I don't like her, I will give props when props is due. Kenya Moore is beautiful. Her body is banging. And you mean to tell me she was butt-ass naked in the shower? You get in the shower with her, don't even acknowledge her. Wash your ass, get out the shower, and go to sleep. What the hell is wrong with you? You know how many men would have tapped that, put that to sleep, and would have woke up to breakfast in bed in the morning? You out of your damn mind. And then when she brought it up to him, when they went fishing, this Negro is basically asking a question with a question. She's like basically saying, why didn't you fuck me when I when I was in the shower? And he's like, well, do I have to take the lead? Are you serious? At that moment, I was like, I was on Kenya's side, and I'm like, Kenya, dump him. He don't want you. He don't want you. He don't want you. So I'm glad she left that alone. Now I don't know if the rumors are true that he's gay, and that the rumors are true that she basically bribed him to play her boyfriend on Real Housewives. I don't know. What's done in the dark will come to the light, so we'll find that out sooner than later, probably at the reunion. But that whole situation had me shaking my head. Like, I don't think no woman should ever be that desperate to be with a dude. Like, if he want to be with you, he's going to make the effort to do so. And then in turn, if y'all want to be together, y'all going to make the effort to be together. Plain and simple. You can't force something. It won't work. You can't force something that's not there. And commitment with Walter in a relationship is not there. So kudos to you, Kenya. Still don't like you, but kudos to you for leaving that alone. Now I hope next episode is better. No more Walter, no more nothing. Just be single. Just date. I mean, you may think you don't have time, but you got time. Like I said, freeze your eggs and date. You'll find your Mr. Right, but you can't be walking around like this all the time. That scares men away. Let them, when they're ready, let them commit to you. Don't go chasing after a dude. You shouldn't have to chase a dude anyway. So, but that's my review on Real Housewives and Mob Wives. I'll be back to do this next Sunday. Tomorrow, I'm gonna be back to do another vlog on Love and Hip Hop, the Love and Hip Hop premiere. I don't really know how I feel about it because the majority of the people that's on the cast now, I don't even really know like that. Like, I know Erica Mena, Olivia, Yandy, and I saw that Joe Budden is gonna be on there. But other than that, yeah. But I'll be back, speak about it tomorrow. And yep, that's that. So I'm gonna wrap this up and let y'all have a good rest of the night. So I'll see you tomorrow to do my review on Love and Hip Hop. Later.